I'm enjoying the main character in this as much as I enjoyed the main character in Imperial Uncle, which they're written by the same person. Both books are written by the same person, which makes so much sense, especially when you go by the personalities of both main characters, because they're both basically the same kind of personality, and I'm freaking living for it. And I'm telling you now, you will want to hug the main character in this. Like, you will want to be giving him so much hugs and care and adoration, because honestly, he's going through a lot. And he honestly do not deserve it. So our main character, he was just a normal rich boy back when he was a normal human, and one day trying to get hold of a Coruscant to become his, lover, because he was swooning and dining her, but she was using the stuff he was swooning and dining her to get another man. And he questioned her why she did what she did, and she's like, well, he loves me, even though he's poor and he can't give me anything. He showed me actual love and care. You would just swoon and die me. You don't know what love is. And basically told him to go eat wontons. So he goes and eats wontons. But the wontons he ate had basically immortal elixir in it, because it dropped from the heavens, fell into a pot that he was buying, and he ate it. And so now he's literally a god over that. They're not allowed to have romantic or sexual relationships in the heavens. Like, they're not allowed to have a single one. Well, a gay couple was caught. At first, before I found out they weren't allowed to have any relationship, I thought it was homophobia, but no. It's just they're not allowed to have relationships. And once it was found out these two were having a relationship, they were stripped of their mortality, thrown down to the mortal land with new lives, new identities, and been full-on reincarnated, and to suffer through love trials. And our main character is told that he has to be the person who plays the villain to their story. Repeatedly make them suffer for their love that they have for each other. And the main character already does not have a great relationship with the two people who he was, assigned to make suffer. And people are like, oh, this is a way for him to get revenge for the things they made him suffer for. And he's like, nah, I'm just going to do my job, even though he technically doesn't want to do his job. He does not want to do his job. So what Test Taker 1 did to the main character, the main character kind of had a friend that was a little god who would, take messages back and forth between the main character, the male lead, and other gods, and call forth the main character. Typically, was calling forth the male lead, but because the main character is always with the male lead, the main character would be called forth also in respect. Well, this little god got into an affair with another god, which was a female little god. And they were having a relationship. Like I said, relationships are a big no-no in heaven. And so they were caught and punished. Well, the main character, the male lead, and several other gods were standing up for them, trying to get them a lenient punishment, basically strip them of their immortality and send them down as mortals. And they can spend the rest of their eternity together, whatever they have left in life together. Well, Test Taker 1 went, no, this is not allowed. They broke the rules. They broke the restrictions. They should be punished the way they should be punished, which is to be executed, full-on executed, then forced to be reincarnated as beast, where one would eat the other one in every life over and over again until they're reincarnated as humans, and then they would despise each other by the time they would be human. Yes, this is the punishment he calls forth that they have to take, which is funny and hypocritical on his part, where he was having an affair with another god. Yeah, kind of ridiculous. But the thing, he doesn't go and target the main character's little god friend, but he also tries sitting that the main character was the one who got the two gods together. Yeah, he accuses the main character of being the one to get the two gods together, and he wants the main character to be stripped of a godhood and sent back to the mortal world, because he shouldn't have been god at get-go. Yeah, he full-on tries to target the main character then and there. So no surprise, the main character kind of has a grudge against this person. So the grudge the main character would have against Test Taker 2 is basically every 60 years they have a big congregation where they talk about Buddhism, and several other things. And the main character already listened to the melodies, and he's supposed to technically listen to everybody's, but he kind of falls asleep during the period of time the Test Taker 2 was giving his speech. And the main character was already messing with the male lead. They were her hiring, having fun, got, put to sleep. And Test Taker 2 takes humongous offense to somebody falling asleep to his part of the congregation, that he full on wants the main character to be stripped of his godhood and sent down to the mortal land. The Malleid and a few other gods stand up and protect the main character, being like, this is kind of ridiculous and stupid. The Malleid even lies that he drugged the main character, that the reason why the main character fell asleep was because, one, they had a bet and he didn't want to lose his bet to the main character, so he drugged the main character to be put to sleep. So the gods who, speak up for the main character, the Malleid, are punished. They basically get stripped of their allowances for a couple months. And the main character, who was snacking on some of the queen's food, the godly queen's food, gets punished by basically for a year cleaning her peaches. And also made to go in the coal palace for 2 months. But this dude full on wanted the main character to be stripped of his godhood just because the main character fell asleep during his speech. Seriously, this man is petty. Both these fucking gods are petty. So the first role our main character gets is the son of a border prince. He gets assigned this body, and he's supposed to basically snatch up the second test taker and bring him home and torture him. But let's just say the main character is not great at playing a villain. I am not kidding. He is not great at it. The second test taker was captured and he had to go rescue him and brought him back, even though he was supposed to be the second test taker's original kidnapper. He ends up being his rescuer from his kidnapper, brings him home, and sits there and cures him repeatedly of his illnesses. Now, the second test taker and the first test taker, they can't die no matter what until they went through all of their love trials, so they cannot die. But the main character's pampering, taking care of him, though it does annoy him quite often how much he has to take care of this person because he's very sickly. But yes, the main character's full on taking care of this person, Test Taker 2. And Test Taker 2 also repeatedly tries killing himself because he doesn't want to be kept man of another man because he already is in love with another man. And he doesn't want to cheat or be forced to cheat on his partner. And the main character doesn't force him to do anything. He just plays coatish with him and sleeps in the same bed, but doesn't do anything more. He just makes sure the person eats, sleeps, and drinks and eats. This dude just is taking care of him. And every time the test taker 2 tries killing himself, he drags him back from his dead bed. And it's like, bitch, please stop. You know what happened to you if you killed yourself this way? And then finally gets enough of it and gives every way you could die and what could happen to your ghost if you die that way, if you killed yourself that way, to stop him from killing himself. That is how great our main character is. Dude is just sitting here suffering more than the actual test takers are. He is full on suffering and dealing with the second test taker. That dude deserves way better than this.